In Windsor, we live a stone's throw away from Detroit. You can see Detroit skyline from pretty much anywhere in the entire city. When I think of home, I think of that skyline. Every time I see it, I take a moment to soak it in, to reflect on the times where things weren't always the way they are now, and what's helped me to get here.
Over the middle, caught, touchdown, Theo Johnson.
If she didn't make that decision to leave, I would not be sitting here today. It changed the trajectory of our lives. And I think the draft, being Detroit, is God's way of telling me you're exactly where you're supposed to be, kid.
"12 hours before the 2024 NFL Draft kicks off in Detroit, Penn State tight end Theo Johnson is at his former high school, just 6 miles across the Canadian border in Windsor, Ontario, getting in one last workout.
You said 5 and 5.
5 and 5.
Johnson hopes to hear his name called sometime over the next 3 days. But for now, he's in the place where his dreams became possible, with the people that helped make them.
Good seeing you, Coach. I might have sent like a mass text to everybody coming on Friday. I come with an empty stomach and a nice collared shirt because we're going to have a lot of food.
Family is extremely important to Theo. When he gets drafted, he won't be thinking about himself. He'll be thinking about his mother and his brothers and what they went through. It won't be about Theo, it's going to be about his family.
Family over everything. It's a mantra symbolized in a tattoo on Johnson's right thigh that Theo, his 5 brothers, and his mother Amy have always lived by, especially during their darkest moments, 2.5 hours east of Windsor, in Cambridge.
I was married for 11 years, 6 children in that period of time. And I would say the vast majority of the time it was unpleasant and difficult dealing with their dad. He was unpredictable and rather terrifying.
You're going to sleep scared. You're hearing yelling in the middle of the night. You're not sure when you wake up in the morning, what shape would she be in? If she's going to have bruises on her, if she's going to have cuts on her, bite marks. When I walked down to the kitchen, I wasn't sure what version of my mom I was going to see.
I decided I would go back to school and get an undergrad degree in September of 2008. And that's when things just kept getting increasingly violent at a much faster pace.
He didn't feel like him abusing her was enough, so he would abuse us because he knew that that was going to hurt her more than anything he could do to her body.
I was late coming home from my exam. It was a snowstorm. It was going to be like 7 o'clock by the time I got there. And I came home with pizza and he was furious. He blamed me for his rage. It was my fault because I was late. It was my fault because I was in school. So to punish me, he lined the kids up and beat them with a little plastic mini hockey stick and had the 2 little ones watch. Even if they don't remember that night, like it changed how brains were wired. And I'm like, okay, this can never happen again. I'm gonna start planning how to leave.
While her husband was out of town, Amy buckled then 7-year-old Theo and his brothers into the family van and left. With no shelters in any of the neighboring towns that could handle a family of 7, Amy turned to her church community.
First few months were taking everything that we had, like all of our belongings, and keeping them in different people's garages. And then there's this one family at the church. They had a big house that can kind of keep us all there. And they just took an extra long vacation for us so that we could stay in their house until we could find some government housing.
We went to food banks constantly, and I remember going with her and her saying, hey, you know, like, I know this is what's supposed to be for a family, but like, my family's a little bit bigger than what you guys have. And really pleading with the people there, like, just trying to get a little bit more.
As Amy struggled to provide the basic needs for her family, she set her sights on law school, not only to give her boys a better life, but also to help others who faced the same hardships.
I saw that passion within her start to light up, and she decided, you know, I want to be able to help people go through what I'm going through right now.
She would get her work done from like 4 to like 7 when she woke us up for school. Throughout the day, she's doing all of her schoolwork, getting things done. And then she's still finding a way to like cook dinner for everybody, like find a way to like navigate us getting to different sporting events around the city and stuff like that.
That's how I saw the work ethic, with every single day her choosing to get out of bed, choosing to make that hard decision. My mom showed me super early on that, you know, if you wake up and you decide that you want to do something, there's nothing stopping you but yourself.
It wasn't long before Theo found an opportunity to put that lesson to work when he came home with a flyer for the local youth football team.
I remember the very first practice. I was wearing a black and gold jersey, number 9. It was a huge outlet for me, because when things weren't going great and I was mad and I was angry and I had all this emotion that I didn't know what to do with, I put it into football. I wasn't thinking about the fear that I had. I wasn't thinking about the holes I had in my socks. I was thinking about how fun it was and how blessed I was to be able to play this game that gave me so much joy.
Ball is complete to number 4, Theo Johnson.
As Amy watched Theo pursue his passion, she achieved hers. In 2015, her boys cheered from the crowd.
Amy Johnson.
As she received her law degree.
I saw her walk across the stage and I saw the life that we once had and the life that she made for us. And it was a really special moment.
There would be more special moments to come for Theo. In 4 seasons at Penn State, he started 29 games with 77 receptions for 938 yards.
Here's a chance for Theo Johnson. Up he goes and in he goes. Stuck the landing.
A projected 3rd-round pick, Johnson hosted a party on night 2 of the draft.
Having everybody back together was pretty special. I just hope to make her proud and see her happy and know that we did this together.
As the night wore on, disappointment settled in. The 2nd and 3rd rounds came and went.
Like, I appreciate you guys all coming out. Back tomorrow. Everyone here is, putting a hand in.
On day 3, Johnson had his mom and brothers next to him to watch the final rounds. No cameras around. Family over everything. 7 picks into the 4th round.
What's up, guy?
What's up?
He finally got the news he longed to hear.
I'm ready to be a Giant.
A moment that would not have been possible without the courage and resolve of his mother.
I'm not sure that I said anything, actually. I gave him a hug. I think I said, I'm proud of you. And then I said, I just need a few more moments. And I just kept hugging him.
It's the most fulfilling thing for me, knowing that I'm giving her a little bit of joy, because I know how much she sacrificed for me. The cycle of violence is very hard to break, and she broke it. That takes a lot of bravery, deciding, I'm gonna bet on myself that I'm able to do this and I'm going to be able to provide for my family. She's been the best example that anybody could have asked for when it comes to showing you can accomplish anything.